I was uh, I was told that this brother Anton Batey, is it Batey or Beatty? Okay. Every time we post something on the internet, he come on there with some insults or whatever. I'm not thin-skinned like that. I don't, I'm the kind of person that, I know what it means uh, when when they use terms like that movie, The Godfather. The 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 wise old man, he told his son, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Well, I know what he meant by that. I know what's meant by that statement. Now, I take it to a level that most people never would have took it to, because I'm always thinking in terms of good and evil, you know. And in other words, God and the enemy that he made for man. You notice the devil ain't God's enemy, he's man's enemy. Understand that. Anybody disagree with that? You hear people all the time, well, the devil is God's enemy. God ain't got no enemies, man. He ain't made nothing that can be his enemy. Even when Allah told Satan, he said, why didn't you submit when I commanded you? He said, I'm not going to make obeisance to no man. He didn't have no problem with obeying God until God wanted him to obey man. Do you understand? Then he had a problem. He said, I'll show you he ain't what you think he is. so that's what it was. The Lord told Satan that you tried my servant Job over there. He know what he made Satan for. And so I want you to get out of this thing. But anyway, the devil is simply saying, listen to your friends closely. But if you want to hang around here, you better listen closer to your enemies. If why? Because his enemy is the messenger of God. Huh? You remember when the Jews told Pilate, said, if you don't crucify him, if you let him go, we're going to tell Caesar that you're not Caesar's friend. Because this man said he's the king, and we don't recognize no king but Caesar. And so Pilate, not being a fool, he told him, I wash my hands of this. You do what you want with this man. I don't see no fault in him. In other words, I ain't finna go down that road. I know what God told us about touching his anointing. And, I've heard a lot of Caucasian people around Mississippi when people was persecuting me, call themselves persecuting me around here. I've heard some come up to me and tell me, I ain't got no dog in that hunt. I know what he meant. He said, no, I ain't in that now. And he let me know I'm not in that. Nope. You see? So, I've learned to not just, you notice, I don't just listen to people who agree with me. I listen, but I'll tell you in a minute, look, if you agree, that's all right. Just sit down and be quiet and listen. I want to hear from the one who's my enemy, because what if I'm wrong? If I'm wrong, if I'm misleading people, then my real friend is the one that I think is my enemy, because he's telling me that I'm going wrong. The greatest friend I have is somebody who offers me correction and can show me and prove to me that I'm wrong. But you want to hear people all the time puke up on you. That's why you always, when you're sick, you stay sick. You're corrupt, you stay corrupt. Because anybody who would offer you some correction, you don't want to hear it, because you think that that's your enemy. But you better get out of that. You don't hear me running from people because they disagree with me. So I told Brother Jamar to go online, and since Anton always got something negative and hateful to say, tell him to come on in here and, just tell him to leave the bigotry at the door. Because I don't like, I'm not here to hurl insults back and forth at people. That's not my thing. Even when we was in elementary school and we was doing that, I wasn't never really good at that. Shooting on your mama and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't, I wasn't good at that. And so by not being real good at it, I didn't get involved in that too regular. I got into it sometime, but for the most time, I'd lose and I'd wind up mad or whatever. So I ain't never been good at hurling insults. My heart wasn't in that. So you ain't never gonna get good at something that your heart ain't in. Growing up in the church and all that, and the way my mother and them raised me, I never would have been good at that, because that's not the way I was raised. I didn't grow up around people that cursed and sweared and all that. My daddy didn't curse. My mother didn't curse. My mother didn't sit around backbiting people and all that old kind of stuff. And, what you saw with my mother, it was always, and my daddy too. Whatever you saw of them, that was them public and private. And I didn't realize how blessed I was in the parents that I had until I grew up and saw the world as another adult dealing with adult people. And then I understood that my mother and my dad were something special, as far as not like the average parents, and what I used to despise, or thought I despised about my daddy and my mother, when I grew up, I admired. You see, because my old man, if he had a problem with you, boy, he told you. He didn't bite his tongue. And I used to, like I told you many times, I used to wonder why people let him talk to him like that. I said, let that old man be talking to them. They grown. Why don't they tell him off? But he was telling them the truth. They couldn't tell him off. He was right on. But at the same time, he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it to belittle them. Because at the same time he was fussing, a lot of times they'd ask him for a loan or something. He'd be going in his pocket and fussing at them all the time and giving them. And when he got through fussing at them, And he saw him again, said, hey, boy, how you doing? And that kind of thing. He wasn't walking around mad all of the day long. And so I grew to admire that in him, and I tried to incorporate that in the way I deal with people. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he just reinforced that, you know. And he taught us that you know, if you arguing and can't agree, he said, drop the argument and keep your brother. You see? You know, and refer matters that you can't agree on, refer them to him. And so, and that keeps you from being enemies to each other. But anyway, I told, since Mr. Batey wouldn't come in here, I told Brother Jamar, since they text each other, he didn't return your call, right? He just texted you, emailed you. So I said, bring the email so I can read it to the people. Okay, Anton said, who is this? And Brother Jamar said, my name is Jamar Muhammad. I have been trying to contact you the past few days. The Son of Man has extended an invitation for you to come onto his broadcast tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to discuss your stance on religion and even your stance regarding him personally. He said he isn't inviting you to an insult match, and he wants all bigotry to be left at the door. He just wants to hear your view and have an open and candid discussion with you. Anton responded, already did last year, and he has no more usefulness to me. It's all on tape and posted on YouTube. Brother Jamar, what you posted is a very brief conversation between yourself and the Son of Man that really didn't get to the bottom of anything. The Son of Man is inviting you to come on to the broadcast tonight for a couple of hours, which will give you significant time to speak your mind. And Anton, zero interest. Brother Jamar, he said, I noticed that you have been leaving comments on our videos, which are on YouTube. Remember I told you about the dog barking at you when you come in this time? I noticed you've been leaving comments on our videos, which are on YouTube. The Son of Man is just giving you the opportunity to voice those things directly to him. Anton, zero interest. Beat him twice in debate, one off air and one on air. He is of no more use to me. Assalamu alaikum. So, you know, the thing about it is that, you know, if you're going to talk about people, you know, if I was on the air talking about Minister Farrakhan or writing about him, and he wanted to, and he invited me into an arena that he's in to discuss my disagreements with him, if I wasn't willing to go over there, then I need to shut my mouth about him. Do you understand? Anytime you saying things behind a person's back and making accusations and charging them, and then you get a chance to say it to their face in the public forum so that people can not just hear your backbiting, but hear their response to your backbiting, then that's a sign that you are not being truthful about what you're saying about the person. Do you understand? You see, you notice when the lady came in Sunday she had someone that she was bouncing her ideas off of and getting a response from. I didn't be at that. Matter of fact, I had already told Brother Jamar, tell her to tell whoever she wants to help her. If I have the truth, it don't make no difference how many people you got with you against what I have. The truth stands alone. Do you understand? The truth is that upon which everything in the universe is based. We created the heaven and the earth with truth. Not only did we create the heaven and the earth with truth, everything in it. Falsehood didn't originate nothing, nor can it reproduce anything. All it can do is pass from one ignorant mind to another ignorant mind. It's not reproducing anything. It's just passing from, like a snake. That's one of the reasons we compared the devil to a snake. But only a water snake. We call him a serpent. But, he crawled out of his skin. He got new skin and he crawled out of his old skin. That corrupt mind, it just crawled out of one skin into another skin. It ain't reproducing nothing. So, soon, in this day and time that you're living in now, this is the end. No more crawling out of one generation into another. That's why your school system is in disarray. You're not going to pass that foolishness on to another generation. This is the end. This generation shall not pass until everything is fulfilled. Yeah. You see, now this generation, this mind that's generating knowledge is passing away now because everything in the book is being fulfilled. And so the mind, that which is in part is being done away with because that which is complete has arrived. I don't just have a natural understanding of the universe. I have the spiritual understanding of things. And consequently, even though the other planets, for instance, Jupiter and Venus and Mars and Mercury, and all of them, they planets, all right. But the Earth is unique. It's got an atmosphere around it and this kind of thing that the others just don't have that will support life. You see? See, my mind is surrounded by the Word of God. It's filled. It's an atmosphere around this mind. You notice the word. Most people don't realize that the word atmosphere is actually should be pronounced atomosphere because the Earth is surrounded by atoms. You see, it's a sphere of atoms. Ions, and you got the ionosphere, the mesosphere. You got these different, the troposphere, but it's all atoms. And so it is with the mind that Allah intended to rule in man. You have to have Jesus, Moses, David, Solomon, Muhammad, an atomosphere or Adamosphere, ADAM. You see, you got to have all of them. And if any mind be in Christ, it's just like if any planet be inside of an envelope of, like the earth is inside of, it becomes a new creature. It becomes a new planet. It becomes able to support life as we know it. Do you understand? So, so we got lots that we could share. And don't you know that if I did not know what I was talking about, the people in this audience that chomping at the bit, that think they're offended at me, would have been and came in here and showed you the discrepancies in what I'm teaching. And they would have asked me for the $20,000. You know, but you so busy being resentful and practicing William Lynch that you can't respect the fact that the scripture have now been fulfilled, that the sun became black. Scripture themselves tell you that the sun was going to become black. I'm going to create a model of sounding clay of what? Black mud, fashioned into shape. So I'm here, and I'm here with the truth. I didn't come by myself. The truth is with me. I want to let you hear some other truths here. You'll notice the people. I'm going to let you hear the Cafferty file one more time, and I'm going to stop it this time and let you see what we're talking about here. It takes time to do these things, so just give me a minute, and you can't get this in no few minutes. It takes time to get it right.
Cafferty's here with the Cafferty file, Jack.
Well, this is all discouraging. Turns
that you'll find with me is that I don't get discouraged or hopeless or lose hope simply because I hear Caucasian people bringing me bad news. Because I already know that I'm already on the floor. You know, you can't bring me no bad news. You know, as the old saying goes, when you sleeping on the floor already, you ain't got to be scared you're going to fall out of the bed. Do you understand? I ain't never had nothing no way. That's why, I mean, if a lot of y'all trying to figure out why I ain't in such a big hurry for houses and all of that kind of stuff, I don't miss that stuff. I ain't never had it. I mean, I had a little dinky house or whatever, but you know, that never excited me. What excited me was the thought of having my own country. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he knew how to get me excited. He told me I need my own country. He said, you got to get someplace on this earth that you can call your own. We need a home on this earth that we can call our own so we can truly exercise freedom and give ourselves justice and make ourselves equal to other human beings on this earth that's equal to each other in productivity and doing constructive things for themselves. That seems like a worthy goal to me, and that's why I'm still at it. And I thank Allah for preserving me. And so now time is no enemy to me. He told me if I build it, I will live in it. That's his promise. So I believe that. And, you know, I'm all right as far as I'm concerned. I don't have to get in no hurry, but I do have to, as my teacher said, we must get up and make a faster pace. That don't mean drag around. He said you should build like you're going to live forever and like you're going to die tomorrow. And I knew what he meant. He meant whatever you build, it should be something that is well put together, well designed, and it should be put together as if you're going to be here forever. And he said, and like you're going to die tomorrow, and do it quick. do you understand? As quick as possible and still do it right. Certainly work fast, but only work as fast as you can be efficient. And if you're working efficiently and as fast as you can to keep efficiency, well then don't worry about how much time it takes. Do you understand? So that's what we are about. So I want you to hear this. I'm going to slow it down a little bit because they be talking fast. So I want you to hear this.
The American dream may not be for everyone. A new report by the Pew Charitable Trusts shows that a family's race, economic background, and neighborhood all play a role in economic mobility. The study finds that while 84% of Americans have higher incomes than their parents did at the same age, those born at the top and bottom of the economic scale are likely to stay there. When it comes to race, African Americans are less likely to top their parents' income and wealth than whites are, and blacks are more likely to be stuck at the bottom of the ladder or fall out of the middle. The study couldn't even measure black mobility at the upper income levels because the number was too small.
You see, what has actually taken place was that if you black and you got wealthy in this country, it was because you were allowed to do so. And I don't mean to insult our people, but it's time that you understand the game that's been ran on you. We were already indoctrinated in that old against the young and the young against the old. The male against the female and the female against the male. The light against the dark and the dark against the light. I mean, how many times did I witness this in school? I know it's not a lie. You know, ain't no white people came and said that that's a hoax, that letter is not true. How you going to say it's not true? How can anybody say it's not true and we done lived it? I remember watching a brother get, knocked out because his skin was light. Just walk up and hit him in the jaw, knock him out. Why? Because he was light. You know, I done watched all of this stuff. I just never knew why until I grew up and got taught by the messenger and then got this letter, and saw that it was all purposely done to us. Now, why is it that black people, as he say, fall out of the middle and go to the bottom? It's because we do not, historically, that black people don't get life insurance and leave their families nothing. We lucky if we get a burial plan. But for the most part, we don't buy life insurance and leave wealth to our children. We don't open up businesses. And if we do open them up, we don't even encourage the spirit of entrepreneurship in our communities because we haven't been taught to do that. And all of our reasons for when we are told to get an education, we don't tell our children get an education so that you can open up your own business and start employing your people and helping your people. We tell our children get an education so that you can come out and get a good job, boy, girl. And so that's what we pass on from generation to generation, and it was done to us purposely. You see? And it would keep on being done to us until we produce somebody wise enough to put a stop to it, to wake us up to that and get us going in a different direction. Now, I think I'm that one. You know, but if I die and it still don't be done, then I wasn't that one. And that's just the gist of it. But I think I'm the one. That if you talk to me, I can convince you not only that the way we have been doing things is wrong and that it was purposely done to us, but I got the solution to it. But you're never going to overcome it as long as you're still walking around here just automatically insulting each other. The black woman getting out in public. Sister, you got to stop getting out in public and just railing on your man and talking to us in disagreement with us about everything and whatnot, as though you know more than we do as men. That's not that. No. Haven't you noticed? No other women do their men like that. This stuff that you see now with some of the other women coming out and fronting their men like that, that's something you just now starting to see. That's not something that you used to see on no wholesale scale. You know, and brother, we can no longer look to our women to guide us. We're supposed to be the one to guide and produce things for them. Jumping because she holler? You won't keep her long. You keep on jumping every time a woman hollers and see how long you keep her. That's not the way. I don't care if that's what she thinks she wants. She don't want that. It's not even in the very nature that the woman is made in. You watch how she act with her son. Her son tell her what to do. If you watch little boy babies, watch how they tell their mama what they want. Tell their mama what they do. Now, baby, I want so-and-so. Well, okay. She want a man. And that's what we are. I mean, it ain't something that we got to strive to be. We are men. And our job is to do what we see other men doing for their people. They unite and they go after what their people need, and they don't look for nobody's permission. They don't seek no permission from their woman to go and do that. Now, I don't have to be standing up here biting my tongue, apologizing to the woman for being a man. The very term man means to take charge. If you ain't ready to take charge, you ain't ready to be a man. We got to take charge of our future and stop letting people get on the news and tell us what statistics say about how we gonna be and how. Nobody. We ain't stuck nowhere but where we let ourselves be stuck. It's just like that. You remember the Wiz, the movie The Wiz? Yeah, well, you know the Wizard of Oz. You remember that? At the end, even though the man was smoke and mirrors, at the end he told them all, "Look, man, you running around here talking about you ain't got a brain, and you the one been figuring out how to do all of this stuff. And you talking about you need courage and all that kind of stuff. You think courage means not being afraid? Courage means going even though you're afraid." And at the end, the things that all of them was looking for, they already had if they'd stopped looking outside of themselves and had started looking inside of themselves. Yeah, you sitting up here talking about you need some organizations and whatnot to advance you. The only thing you need is to get together and organize yourself and be willing to let the talented ones use their skills and their talents for the benefit of the whole. But the ones with the talent must be willing to pool those talents under one head. The duty of the head of a people is to coordinate those skills and talents that the people have and then get out the way and let them go on and do their thing, just like a coach. He coordinates his talents that he has, the quarterback, the fullback, the halfback, the end, the tackles, and all that. He helps them. He plans something that each one, if you do this, you hit this man, you hit your man, you get out there and catch that pass after you done faked out your, And if we do that, then every play will be a touchdown. If everybody do their job. You must function as one. You must function as one. That's why you only have one coach. You see, some coaches ain't never played the game, but they understand the strategy. And so consequently, because they might not have had the speed to run, if you just give them a man who got some speed, he'll give him a play to run. Do you understand? Mr. Oppenheimer and them didn't know how to fly no plane, to drop no bomb on nobody. But they said, look, I got something to go drop on them. Hey, you got a plane to put it in? Hey, you fly over there and drop this on him. He'll be up here. He'll come around. Do you understand? So you learn to use your not that I advocate. That was just an example. I don't advocate murder. It's been enough of that. And if murdering people would keep somebody in power, Hitler would have still been in power, Mussolini would have still been in power, Napoleon would have still been in power. All these people that killed up a bunch of people to try to hold on to power, where they at now? The universe is not going to be ruled by lions, tigers, and bears. I just want you to know that. We didn't make the universe to be ruled by lions, tigers, and bears. So if you think that having might gonna make right, you in for a rude awakening. No, intelligence rules this universe. So much so that when the intelligent one, the best knower, said, I'm going to place a ruler in the earth, the other intellectuals asked him, he said, were you going to place in it a devil? Such as make mischief and shed blood? He said, that's all right, I know something you don't know. And he didn't explain himself to him. He said, surely I know what you know not. So you just get ready, because he going to rule. Do you understand? Intelligence rules. You see? And so that is, in Satan, he didn't try to take credit for having power. Even when he took Jesus up on the mountain, he told Jesus, he said, see all these kingdoms here? He showed him all of the kingdoms of the world. And I'm not talking about France, England, Britain, and all that. I'm talking about the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, and all of the kingdoms of the world. The world of knowledge and understanding. And he said to Jesus, all this knowledge will I give you, all this power. Knowledge is power. If you just fall down, humble yourself, that's what fall down means. Humble yourself and worship me, meaning pass my word back and forth between you and others, and I'll give all that power to you. And Jesus told him, get thee behind me, Satan. For it is written, thou shalt pass the Lord's words back and forth, and him only shall you serve. And so Satan couldn't get to Jesus and Moses. If he could have got to Jesus, the gospel wouldn't be here, because Jesus' mind would have proved to be too weak. And so we don't need no weak knowledge to overcome evil. We need good to overcome evil. You see. So every one that Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, all of them, Satan couldn't overcome them. And they were not overcome by the evil mind of this world that they even had to overcome, had to turn down. And so then the knowledge that enabled them to do that, we put it all in a book, like antigens in a vaccine. And so now all you got to do is come to class, and I will give you a transfusion, and you will overcome the mind that this world put in you by the blood of the Lamb. That's what the book teaches you. They overcame the mark of the beast by the blood of the Lamb. You see. See, they was the sheep, and I'm the lamb that they produced. You see, the firstborn of them. That's right. I'm their first graduate. And the messenger told me that I should stick around till I get my degree. So I stuck around him until I got my degree. So I'm the first graduate of the school that you recognize as prophets and messengers of God. I'm their firstborn, son of man. That's me. So, there's lots of things that if it wasn't Wednesday, I would keep going, because I had some other things I wanted you to hear. But I'll let you hear them Friday. It's late. Well, it's early, actually, 10 o'clock. So I'm going to stop right there. And if somebody got a question on something that I said, but I want you to remember. You remember at the end of the wish that she discovered that she already had what she needed to get home. Huh? Now, if you will, don't just sign up. At least get you a minimum wage job, then sign up. Well, sign up and then go get you a minimum wage job and be ready. And if you go to Let's Make Millionaires, let me make sure of the address of it. It's been a while since I gave it to y'all. And I guess Sister Charlene and them still got it going. And I want to give it to you. And it's letsmakemillionaires.com. Brother Michael, what is it? I'll tell you in a minute. Just give me a minute. All right. Make Millionaires. .net. Yeah. Right now it's just 382 people in there. So I want it to be 300,000 people in there. At least 300,000. I mean, we could probably do it with 100,000, but once we start, I want us to be able to do enough so that you will get excited. And, it makes whatever percentage of the people participate, that's how I will make the millionaire. I mean, if Caucasians come in, whatever percentage of them is Caucasian people, that's how many millionaires we will make from the Caucasian people every time we make some, the Spanish Americans, and of course you, my people, black people. But I'm not fin to take some from others and just give it to you like that. No, everybody who participates, that's whatever people are participating, then their people gonna get some part of it. I'm not fin. We're gonna do it right, And once you see how easy it is, then you will understand that you could have been did this if you just wasn't so selfish. Everybody could be living good, but you always got people who are trying to justify the unjustifiable. You looking down on each other just because somebody don't have a intelligence quotient as high as yours. Now you think you better than them. If your intelligence makes you feel that way, your intelligence is devilish. Your intelligence does not have its root in civilized doctrine, but in savagery. You know why a lion makes lambs his dinner, it's because he's a savage nature. He say that's the natural order of things. The strong prey on the weak. If that really was so, then there's a lot of little creatures, grasshoppers and stuff, that's actually stronger than an ant. But he better not fall on that ant mound. He'll discover that there's something stronger than him, and unity is stronger than individuals. Unity. In unity, there is strength. Yeah. Contrary to people's claiming the messenger said unity is the key. No, unity is not the key. Unity, in unity, there is strength. Now, that is the truth. But just because you're in unity, that don't mean you're going to get in heaven. It don't make no difference how many people you got with you. Your unity ain't going to wind you nowhere but up in hell if you go down the wrong path. Might don't make right. Only right makes right. Yeah, you hear people all the time talking about, well, if I'm wrong, I got lots of company. Having lots of company ain't going to change nothing when death staring you in the face. You're going to be all by yourself, I promise. So, learn to believe in right. All right? Okay. Brother Hodo, ain't nobody called, I see. Man, I got the only radio talk broadcast that people, usually folks have differences of opinion than you. But see, this is what happens when you really talk to people. You can come to a general understanding, a general consensus. And people satisfied. Once people get satisfied that you know what you're talking about, then you can teach them something. You can't teach nobody nothing if they don't first qualify you as somebody that can teach them something. You see? You just stop running your mouth when you don't really know what you're talking about. The only reason you get a lot of argument from people is because the one who's doing the speaking don't really understand what you're talking about. Because if you understood what you was talking about, you could stop the mouth of opposition, like you see me do. Allah said that all of them that was rising up, he said, they will shut their mouth. That's in the book of Isaiah, around the 41st chapter, I think it is. He said, in the 41st chapter and the 11th verse, it said, he said, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. Oh, yeah. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall do what? Perish. Why? Because it's written, whosoever believeth on him shall not perish. But people who strive with you don't believe on him. So, you don't believe me. You ain't got nothing to look forward to but what this world promising you. You know, so thou shalt seek them and shall not find them. We went seeking for one today, Anton Batey. Batey. And he used to invite me. He the one invited me to go there and have a debate with, what's his name? Geno Jennings. I didn't say I refused when he asked me. I went. He talked about me, and then I invited him to come in here and say it to my face. And then he talked about he argued with me already. Come up here with that book, Message to the Black Man, from back in the day when John Ali was secretary and whatnot. The one who got set out. And had something in the Message to the Black Man about the white man would never be able to get to the moon. And, you know, it was in parentheses, talking about the messenger said that. The messenger never said that. That's one of the reasons why John Ali and them got set down. You know, I had to go into the Son of Man's speech and tell the brothers to change something in it. They had put in there something that I had back in what the Muslims want and what we believe. And I had to go in there and correct it after somebody brought it to my attention. You know, I mean, what? The president had an autobiography done, and somebody said that he said he was born in Kenya. And he ain't never told nobody that. But that's what was in the autobiography. Because that's what they were talking about it on the news. You know, so you don't come in here with that weak stuff. And so it's plenty of things. You know, what the messenger did say was you will not be living on the moon. No, you're not going to live on the moon. Go over there and build you a colony and prove that he's wrong. No, sir, brother. I love to get people that think they got something cry against us. I'm here to defend all of the messengers of God. If you think Jesus lied, come in here and tell me he lied. And I'll prove to you that you the one lying. Messengers of God don't lie. No, sir. You may have misunderstood something they said. But no, sir, they ain't lying. So, we are here with the truth for you. It's up to you to accept it. In a world full of falsehood, people have learned falsehood and coming up parodying a lie and calling other people a lie. That's rich. You know? So we know what we teach, and we don't have to run from nobody. Now, this address again that you take your friends to, and you tell each one to bring one other. And we'll have a 300,000 overnight if everybody bring one. Huh? That's just another way of saying grab somebody's hand and come on. And you grab somebody else. Everybody grab somebody's hand and bring them in there. And then when we get enough people, then I will tell you what we got to do. I ain't asking for no money. I ask you to sign up. So the name of it is Make Millionaires. That's MakeMillionaireS.net. come we can't just do it .com like everybody? Okay. All right. Well, instead of .com, it's .net. And Make Millionaires. Don't forget to put the S on there. MakeMillionaires.net. And so when we get enough people, then I will be announcing that we're ready to start. And then when we get on the air, all of you need to be listening in on the internet and on the conference line and whatnot. And then I will tell you what we got to do. And then we will start it off. And the first week we start it off, we will begin cutting checks. But the thing is, we're going to do it in such a way where you can't take the money and run. Now, you're going to have to stay in until we get what we're trying to do accomplished. You know, and so. But my word is bond. If you willing to help, I will show you what to do. And then we will go from there. And then when you who want to start up businesses and stuff, you have plenty to start you off and get you going. You know, everybody's not starting up no business. Some of you get smart and you form a corporation and start producing things that we need, set up factories and that kind of thing, and we get big. So, Brother Durrell called me not long ago and asked me would we try it again. I told him we had never really stopped. People just slow to sign up. It's not for 300 and some people in there now. Some of them you can't reach them. So, you know, but let's get it started. Let's get something started, and then we can go from there. All right? So, if I see enough participation, then I will be getting in touch with you, and we'll go ahead. And I want to say to the Caucasian business people that I understand, I understand the game that's being played. You know, black people get over the city, you move out, take your tax base, take the business out so that you don't create no tax base for black politicians being over something. But, I just want you to know I do see that. Which I understand the thinking, but, are you aware that by doing that, you manifest that you know that it's wrong, that black people are in your city and helping you create tax base and you using their money and they not benefiting from it. So I know you know that's wrong. Because when black people get over something, you run out and you take your business and move someplace else. You don't create no tax base for us, which is fine. But I do just want you to know that I see that. And all of that's being taken into consideration. This is the day of judgment. You see. So, just like this President Obama, he has proven to be man of integrity that is trying to do right by all segments of the population of America. And there are other black men in positions of authority that would do just as good in the positions of mayor and city council and these kind of things, that if you just sit down and talk with them, you would discover you don't have to you don't have to take your business out of the city. You could stay there and help keep things going. But you just can't seem to get past your indoctrination. So I'm, I want to see me and my people in our own country, since we can't convince you in this country to give us a square deal. Then help me to get my people out your way. Then you can have your country to yourself. Well, what about them who want to stay with you? They stay with you. They happy to be with you. They stay with you. I won't get involved in that. Don't want nobody. Don't want me. Now understand something. I'm talking about after they know themselves and after they done had a chance to come out from under the affliction of slavery. So none of my people want me right now. I can't say I don't want them because they don't want me, because it ain't really them. It's the misteaching that's been in there. So I have to go after you anyway, because I know I have something that's good for you, and you my people, regardless of how sick you are. So I'm going to stop. And may Allah bless you all, keep us safe and in our right mind. And I look forward to talking with you again Friday. And don't forget to go to makemillionaires.net and sign up. Leave your pertinent information so that we can do this when the time comes. That's makemillionaires.net. Allah, salam alaikum.